number 1 on LeetCode. So the problem statement is that given an array of integer nums and an integer target, return the indices of the two numbers so that they add up to target. And you may assume that each input would have exactly one solution, and you may not use the same element twice. You can return the answer in any order. So let's understand the some test cases. Like in the first test cases, I have given some element that is 2, 7, 11, and 15. Target is 9. So I add 2 and 7. So I will get target from, because if I sum 2 and 7, so I will get 9 and target is 9. So I will return 0 and 1 indices because it is found at 0, 1, 0 index, and it is found at 1 index. And the question has mentioned the every test cases has exactly one solution. So for the second test cases, uh, if I add 3 and 2, I will get 5, but it is not equal to target. So I will add 3 and 4, and it will be 7, but it is also not equal to 6. So I will add 2 and 4, it will be equal to the 6. So I will return index 1 comma 2. And for the third test cases, we have two numbers, that is 3 and 3, and it want I have target element, that is 6. So if I add both elements, so I will get a target element. So I will return 0 comma 1. So but in this problem, there is never mentioned that the array is sorted. So we can start a brute force approach, that will be if I reject one element, that is for the first test cases 2, 7, 11, 15, and the target element is 9. So if I reject 2, so I will try it with the 7. So 2 plus 7 will be 2 plus 7 will be 9. So I will return it. If let us suppose that it will be 13 or 17, like the target element is 17. So what will I try? So if I reject 2 and 2, and I will pick this 7, so I will get 9, and it is not equal to 17. So I will check 2 with the another element. So if I choose 2 and 11, so I will get 13. It is not equal to this answer. So I will pick 2 and 15 and check. So the sum of 2 and 15 will be 17. So I will return 0 and 2, 3. So I will return 0 comma 3 because it wants me to return indexes. So the brute force approach is that, and it mentioned that you cannot use the same element twice. So if you start a loop from 0, then you can also, if I start from 0, then you will start loop, that is j will be I plus 1, because you cannot use the same element twice. So you will, oh, and I think you don't need to go before the, if the I is equal to like 3, so you don't need to start with the j loop from the 0, because I have already tried j, I from 0 and j from another element, because let's take an example. If it is 2, 7, 11, and 15, so if I make pair of 2, so it will be 2, 7, 2, 11, and 2, 15. And if I make pair of 7 with each other, so it will be 7, 2, 7, 11, 7, 15. Of 11 will be 11, 2, 11, 7, 11, 15, and 15, 2, 15, 7, and 15, 11. So if I see the first and this first will be the same, and this second will be the same, and this third will be the same. So I don't need, because I have picked here 0 and 1. I also picked here 1 and 0, but just reversing the indices order. So I don't need to start with the second loop from 0. I can directly pick that if I have picked this, so I don't need to pick previous, because for the previous I have already picked it. So I will pick this element. So what will be the brute force? So if I start a loop from I start from 0 and I goes to n, that will be the length of the array, and I increase, and another loop will be from here start from I plus 1, because I cannot use same element twice, and I don't need to go to the back element, because I have already tried with my for loop first. So j will be goes less than n, and j plus plus. So and check if nums nums array of I plus nums of j is equal to the target. So I can directly return the that index that I have found. Return that will be new int the index I comma j. So this will be my brute force approach, and if I not found anything, so I will return the new int. But in the question it is already mentioned that you will have exactly one solution. So this condition will not mean so, because at any time it will be true and it will return from this. So I will just return -1 comma 1, or you can return anything that will be not in the question in that. So what will be the time complexity? Because I am using for loop two times, and it will be started from 0, and if it is 0, then it will be started from 1, and so I will, if I take if the first loop run n times and second loop run n minus 1 times, and if I multiply both, so it will be n square minus n, and in the comparison of n square, n is small, so I will avoid it. So I will get n square, that will be the order of n square time complexity, and I am not using any extra space, so it will be order of 1 space complexity. But it is not the right approach, because I am using an approach that gives the time complexity of order of n square. So what will be the another approach? Because if we see in this example, I am using two elements, that sum to sum will become equal to target. So if I make that if I get a first element and reduce it from the target, so like let's see, because I have first element is A and second element is B, and it will be target. This condition will be true, then I will return. So if I have an element that is A, And if I find that any element that I have listed will be equal to my target minus b, because if our current element is a, and I know that the target minus b will be available in this array, so I can say that our a and b in this, the index of a and b will be my answer. Because if let's suppose example that the target element is 9, and I have the element 2. So if I remove it from 9, so I will get 7. So I need to find this 7 in this array. And if I get 7, then I can say that the index of 2 and 7 will be written. So can I use HashMap in this? And in the HashMap, I can use the previous element that I have listed, because I know the if I find this 7 in the array, so it will take order of n complexity. But in HashMap, it will take order of one time complexity. So I can directly use the HashMap because it reduces our time. So if I have a HashMap where I have stored the index of the element and the element, so if this I have this array and target element is 5, so when I will get the first element and reduce it from the target element, so I will get the 9 minus 2 will be 7. So I will check if this 7 is present already present in the hash map. So I will take the index of that element, and our current element is 2, and I will return it. But there is no 7 present. So I will just store this element and their indexes and go to the next element. And now I will get this 7. So if I remove 9 minus 7 will be 2. So I will check if 2 is already present in the our array, sorry, hash map. Yes, if it is available. So I will get the index of this 2, it is 0, and the current index of current element, that will be the 1. So I will directly return 0 comma 1. Let's take another example that was that is 3 to 4 and target is 6. So if I get take 3 to 4 and target is 6, so I will create a hash map element and index. So I have first element, so I will remove, if I will remove the first element from target element, so 6 minus 3, I will get 3, and I will check if 3 is already listed, because if 3 is already listed, so I can add this 3 and this 3 and it will become 6. So if I find the complement of it, so 6 minus 3, 3 is our current element, and if I reduce it from the target element, so I need to find another 3. So I will check if another 3 is already listed in this array. It is not listed, so I will just store the current element to it and the index of it and go to the next element and check if 6 minus 2 will be 4, and 4 is already listed. No, it is not listed. So I will just add 2 and their index, and when I go to the 4, so I will check if 6 minus 4 is already listed. So I will get 2 and it is already listed. So I will get the index from it at which index it is already listed. So it will give me 1 and the index of current element is 2. So I will get 2 comma 1, and if I check that the current element at index 2 is 4 and at index 1 is 2, and sum of these two will be the target element. So I can use this approach, and I'm traversing it from the first starting to the end. So, and the time complexity of accessing any element in hash map is order of 1. So I can say that our time complexity will be order of 1, order of n. and our space complexity will be because I'm using an extra HashMap, and that can be store approximate n minus one element because the current element I'm currently listed and the previous already element is stored. So I can say that it will also take order of n time complexity in worst case scenario. So I have reduced in this approach the time complexity of the problem, but space will be increased. But this will be good approach because if the constraint is high, then order of n square approach will be not accepted. So if I go to the problem, so here is the I have created a hash map and starting a loop from 0 to nums length and check if the target and our current element that is nums I is already available in the map. It is available, so I will directly get the index target minus num size current element, target minus current element, that will be the complement. I will get the that element which is already listed in the array, so it will return me the index of that element, and our current index is I, and I will return it. Otherwise I will add the current element and their index in the map and move to the next element. And if I don't found any answer, then I will return minus 1 comma minus 1. But in this question, there is no need to return it, but a final return condition is required. So if I submit it, just waiting, just wait 98% of the users. It is a good approach because there are the constant of 10 to the power 4. So if I use, there is constant of 10 to the power 4. So if I use two loops, so it will become order of n square and 10 to the power 4 and order of n square, so it will become 10 to the power 8, and that will be not accepted because it accepts 10 to the delete code required solution that will be run in the 1 second. So uh, it will not accept it. It only accepts until the 10 to the power 6 expression. So that's why this approach will be good for this problem. You can see there is a approach where I have created a hash map